The story opens on a bleak alien world, one that feels like the end of everything. The planet is barren, cracked, and dark. A strange, twisted sky glows with eerie colors that cast an ominous light across the wasteland below. Dust storms rage in the distance, and the ground is littered with remnants of ancient, half-buried technology. It's a place of isolation and danger, and it's here that a terrifying but deeply tragic creature lies struggling to survive. The alien beast, once a mighty and feared warrior, now looks like a shadow of its former self. Its large, muscular body is covered with deep scars from countless battles. The once powerful creature's strength has drained away, and it slowly drags itself across the cracked, dusty surface of the planet. Each movement causes it pain, but it refuses to give up. The creature's chest rises and falls heavily with each breath, a painful reminder of the wounds that have nearly ended its life. Around the beast, the silence is deafening. Its own kind, the ones it had fought for and bled for, have abandoned it to die alone. They left it here on this forsaken planet, cast aside as though it were nothing more than a broken tool. The beast struggles to comprehend this betrayal. Was it not enough that it fought for its people? Had it not proven its worth on the battlefield, only to be discarded when it could no longer fight? It pushes these thoughts aside, focusing on survival. Suddenly, a sound breaks through the silence, a low rumble followed by the faint echo of footsteps. The beast's eyes snap open, glowing with a fierce intensity. Its instincts scream at it to get up and fight, but its body refuses to obey. The creature can barely move. With what little strength it has left, it tries to lift itself, only to collapse back onto the ground, weakened by its injuries. It doesn't know if these footsteps belong to its own kind, returning to finish what they started, or if it is something even more dangerous. The sound grows louder and the tension in the air thickens. The creature's heart races. Its glowing eyes scan the horizon, struggling to focus. Is it an enemy? Or perhaps a rescue? The quiet is shattered by a voice. Human voices, unmistakable and clear. The beast's instincts tell it to be afraid. Humans, the ones who are feared across the galaxy. They are fierce warriors who would not hesitate to destroy it. Yet, something in the way they speak to each other seems different. There is no malice, no hatred. The creature's confusion deepens. The footsteps come closer, and its body trembles, torn between the urge to fight and the overwhelming weakness that holds it down. As the voices grow closer, the creature's heartbeats quicken. It has only two choices now: trust the humans who have arrived or continue its battle alone, facing certain death. The creature's instincts scream to fight, but its strength is fading fast. The environment around the beast only adds to the feeling of helplessness. The landscape is harsh and unforgiving. The sky above is an angry swirl of red and black, with jagged shards of metal sticking out of the ground, remnants of an ancient battle long forgotten. The sun, if it could be called that, burns low on the horizon, casting an eerie, unearthly glow. Dark craters dot the land, their depths hiding the unknown. Everywhere the beast looks, there is no sign of life, just endless emptiness. The creature can't understand why it has been abandoned here. It thought it was part of something bigger. But now, alone, it has nothing but the quiet and the pain. Each moment seems to stretch endlessly, the sound of the approaching humans the only thing pulling it from its thoughts. Will they help? Or will they see it as just another dangerous beast to be eradicated? The creature closes its eyes for a moment, feeling the weight of its situation. It has no choice but to trust these strange alien beings. Its own kind has rejected it, and death is closing in. Could the humans possibly offer something different? Something it has never known before? The beast's mind races with questions. The tension continues to build as the footsteps draw near, and the creature's heart pounds louder in its chest. What will happen next? Will the humans help it? Or will this be the end of its story? The audience is left on edge, wondering how the beast will survive, and whether humanity's arrival will be its salvation or its doom. The tense silence of the alien planet is broken by the faint hum of human footsteps. A group of soldiers, clad in sleek armor, emerges from behind a rocky outcrop. They move cautiously, each step measured, as if the very ground beneath them could betray them. They've come here on a mission, a scouting expedition to find valuable resources, but what they've found is something none of them expected: an alien beast, bloodied and broken, lying in the dirt. The leader of the group, Captain Jonathan, steps forward, his sharp eyes scanning the creature. His mind races. The creature is massive, its body covered in battle scars, its eyes glowing weakly. It's an alien, something they've only seen in distant reports. He feels a pang of uncertainty. Should they put it out of its misery, or is there a chance to save it? Captain Jonathan knows the risks. This creature could be deadly. But as he looks into its eyes, he sees something more. A creature who has been abandoned, left to die alone in this desolate world. The soldiers exchange uneasy glances. What if it's a trap? One soldier whispers, his hand resting on his weapon. Another soldier shakes his head. No, look at it. It's wounded. It can't fight anymore. Captain Jonathan takes a deep breath, his mind made up. We're not here to kill. We're here to help. Prepare the tranquilizers. The soldiers nod, trusting his judgment, but still unsure. They've faced plenty of danger, but saving an alien beast is something entirely different. The team activates their cloaking devices, making themselves invisible to any alien patrols that might be nearby. The tension in the air thickens as they move closer to the beast. The captain gives a silent signal, and one by one the soldiers carefully pull out high-tech medical devices from their packs. The equipment is advanced, designed to deal with both human and alien biology, a stark contrast to the primitive cruelty of the creature's own kind. Captain Jonathan watches as one soldier holds a futuristic med-tech device over the beast, the screen displaying its vitals in real time. The numbers flash quickly, heartbeat slow, pulse erratic, but it's still alive. He knows the chances of saving it are slim, but they have to try. Prepare the tranquilizers, Jonathan orders. The soldiers move in unison, working quickly but carefully. They've faced many battles together, and they're a well-oiled machine. One soldier steps forward, holding a needle filled with a special sedative designed to safely sedate the creature without harming it. As the needle pierces the thick skin of the beast, there's a brief hiss of air, and the creature's muscles twitch in response. The soldiers hold their breath, watching anxiously. The medtech device continues to scan the creature, glowing softly as it tracks its vitals. The creature's breathing slows, and its glowing eyes begin to fade, the light in them dimming as the sedative takes effect. The team works in perfect harmony, ensuring the creature is properly sedated, preparing it for transport. Captain Jonathan watches this process with a deep, conflicted feeling in his chest. He's a soldier, a leader, trained to make difficult decisions. But in this moment, he feels a rare sense of empathy for the alien. He can't explain it, but he sees something familiar in the creature. Pain, suffering, and abandonment. It's a feeling he knows all too well. His team members hesitate, uncertain, but they trust his judgment. If the captain says it's worth saving, they'll follow his lead. As the creature slips into unconsciousness, the tension starts to ease. The soldiers exchange quiet words, relieved that the situation didn't escalate. But as Captain Jonathan looks down at the beast, he can't shake the feeling that this moment will change everything for them. They've just made first contact with something no one could have predicted, and they are about to discover that this decision might not just be about saving one life, but about facing the consequences of alien betrayal and the unknown future that lies ahead. As the crew carefully transports the massive alien beast into the ship's cargo hold, something unexpected happens. The sedative wears off too quickly. The creature's glowing eyes snap open, filled with confusion and rage. It roars, a primal sound that shakes the walls of the ship. For a brief moment, everything is still, but then chaos erupts. The beast, now fully awake and furious, struggles violently against its restraints. Its massive, muscular body thrashes, knocking crates and equipment across the cargo bay. The crew members scramble to contain the creature, but it's clear they are outmatched. The beast is stronger than anything they've ever encountered, its sheer force bending metal and shattering restraints. Captain Jonathan orders his team to brace themselves, but before anyone can react, the alien uses its telekinetic powers. A wave of energy pulses from the beast, sending soldiers flying across the room like rag dolls. One soldier crashes into a wall, another slams into a cargo container. Sparks fly from damaged panels, and alarms begin to blare throughout the ship. The AI system aboard the ship activates, its calm voice echoing through the chaos. Warning, hostile creature detected. Engaging countermeasures. But the AI's automated defenses can't keep up with the creature's incredible strength and powers. The creature's claws tear through the metal walls of the cargo hold, sending sparks flying and further damaging the ship. "Shut it down!" Captain Jonathan yells, but it's too late. The creature is rampaging and the team's weapons are useless against it. They have no choice but to focus on containing the alien without causing harm. The crew fights to maintain control of the ship as it jerks and shudders from the impact of the beast's violent movements. Inside the cargo hold, the fight becomes a struggle for survival. Soldiers struggle to hold down the creature as it lashes out, but each time it fights back, the ship is damaged further. The flashing lights and the sounds of twisting metal create an overwhelming sense of tension. The beast's rage is unmatched, but so is its pain, its abandonment, and the betrayal it faced from its own kind. In the midst of the chaos, Captain Jonathan stands frozen, watching the destruction unfold. His heart races as he realizes the gravity of the situation. He must make a decision, protect the creature and risk the lives of his crew, or let it die and save his team. The weight of the choice bears down on him. He knows that if they don't subdue the creature soon, the ship could be destroyed. But if they do, they may never learn what secrets this alien holds. "Protect it," Jonathan commands, his voice firm despite the panic. "We can't let it die here." His decision leaves the crew in shock. The soldiers hesitate, unsure of the risks, but Jonathan's leadership pulls them together. The fight to keep the alien alive is now their mission. The crew members, who moments ago saw the beast as a threat, begin to grow sympathetic toward it. They realize that this creature's pain, its struggle for survival, is not so different from their own. They're not just trying to survive in space anymore. They're fighting for something bigger than themselves. As the creature thrashes one final time, the AI offers one last attempt to subdue it. But the crew knows it's up to them now. The battle to save the beast and their ship has only just begun. The fate of the alien, and perhaps even humanity, rests in their hands. After what feels like an eternity of struggle, the beast finally falls silent. The crew members are exhausted and battered, but the worst seems to be over. The creature's body, once thrashing and chaotic, now lies still on the medical table, its breathing slow and steady. The restraints still hold it, but its aggression has faded. It is no longer fighting. Instead, it seems to be watching the humans carefully. The tension in the room is palpable as the crew observes the creature. At first, it's unclear whether it will react with anger again or if it will remain calm. But over time, as the humans approach cautiously, the beast's glowing eyes soften, showing signs of curiosity. It's as if it's beginning to realize that the humans aren't here to harm it. Captain Jonathan, still unsure of what's going through the creature's mind, steps closer. "You're not alone anymore," he says, his voice quiet and gentle, though his heart is heavy with the weight of the creature's situation. The words seem to resonate with the alien. It doesn't fight. It doesn't growl. Instead, its eyes blink slowly, and there's a soft, almost imperceptible nod of recognition. This small, almost human gesture marks the beginning of an unexpected bond between them. As the crew works to stabilize the creature, they realize that its survival might not be a victory at all. They need answers. The advanced translation AI system on board the ship kicks in, and for the first time, communication with the alien becomes possible. The device scans the creature's thoughts, and through a series of images and emotions, it conveys a story of betrayal. The beast was once part of a mighty empire, an empire that saw it as a symbol of power and strength. But now, it is a broken creature, abandoned by its own kind, cast aside like a tool no longer needed. Through its actions, the creature expresses a deep sense of loss. It communicates that it was left to die on the barren planet, its former species deeming it a failure. The creature's fear of further abandonment becomes clear. The words it conveys are full of sorrow, and the crew begins to realize just how deeply this alien feels its pain. Captain Jonathan's heart aches as he watches the creature struggle with its own emotions. He can see now that this beast is not the monster it first appeared to be, but a sentient being that has been mistreated by its own people. "We'll take care of you," Jonathan says softly, hoping the creature can understand. Over time, the beast begins to respond. It watches the humans with a growing sense of trust. The soldiers, once wary of it, now treat it with a new level of respect and compassion. The creature, still chained to the medical table, listens intently as the humans speak to it, their words filled with warmth. The AI translation system provides clarity, but it's the emotional connection that grows stronger each day. One night, as the creature's eyes glow faintly in the darkness, a soldier whispers, It's learning to trust us. This simple statement marks a turning point. The alien, once seen as a threat, is now viewed as an ally. Slowly, the creature realizes that the humans care for it more than its own species ever did. It's no longer alone, and for the first time it feels a glimmer of hope. Despite the progress, the crew remains on edge. They know that the alien species that abandoned the creature will not be pleased with its survival. The tension lingers in the air, and the humans must now prepare for what's to come. The creature, once alone and abandoned, is now part of a new story, one where trust, compassion, and survival are their shared goals. But the danger isn't over yet. The real fight may be just beginning. The quiet on the ship is shattered by a sudden, sharp alarm. The humans barely have time to react as the screen flashes with a warning, "Enemy forces detected." It's a chilling message. The creature's former species, the very ones who had abandoned it to die, have discovered that the beast is alive. They are not happy. They will not allow this traitor to survive, especially not under human protection. A cold, robotic voice announces the arrival of the enemy fleet. The ship's radar shows an overwhelming force heading straight toward them. An army of robotic drones and elite alien soldiers, all prepared to reclaim their property and destroy anyone in their way. The humans brace themselves for a battle they are clearly not ready for. The creature, now fully recovered and loyal to its new human allies, senses the danger approaching. The ambush is swift. The ship is under attack almost immediately. Alien drones, cloaked to remain unseen, appear out of nowhere, their laser weapons cutting through the ship's hull. Sparks fly as the drones relentlessly assault the vessel. The ship shakes under the attack, and the crew scrambles to defend their only way of escape. But their advanced technology seems useless against the superior weaponry of the alien forces. On the planet's surface, massive alien warriors land with terrifying force. The ground trembles as they deploy heavy artillery and launch devastating ground assaults. The humans try their best to fight back, using their cloaking devices and advanced weaponry, but it's clear they are outmatched. The battle is fierce, but the enemy's forces are too strong. The humans seem on the brink of losing, their chances of survival slipping away with every passing moment. But then, something unexpected happens. The creature, who had been lying low on the ship, suddenly roars, its voice shaking the very walls. Its eyes, once full of fear and betrayal, now burn with rage and determination. It rushes into the fray, its massive, scarred body moving with terrifying speed. With every step, the creature's power is unleashed. It tears through the enemy forces with a savage strength, its claws slashing through armor and flesh, its telekinetic bursts throwing enemies across the battlefield. The crew watches in awe as the beast fights to protect them, its loyalty to the humans now clear. The creatures that once viewed it as a failure are now helpless in the face of its fury. The balance of the battle begins to shift, and for the first time the humans have the upper hand. But the fight is far from over. As the chaos rages on, Captain Jonathan finds himself injured, his leg caught under a piece of debris. He struggles to move, his vision fading, but before he can react, the creature is there. With a single swipe, it clears the debris and lifts Jonathan into its arms, shielding him from enemy fire. The creature growls low, its massive frame blocking the deadly beams that are aimed at Jonathan. It's a protective instinct, the same instinct that led it to trust the humans. This moment cements the bond between Captain Jonathan and the alien beast. The captain, once unsure about the creature's loyalty, now understands that the beast has truly chosen to fight alongside them. The emotional weight of this connection is heavy. In that split second, as Jonathan lies in the creature's arms, he knows that this alien is no longer a monster. It is a protector, a friend, and an ally. The battle rages on, but the creature's presence on the battlefield has turned the tide. The humans, once outmatched and overwhelmed, are now fighting with renewed hope. The trust between them and the alien beast has been sealed in blood, and together they may just have a chance to win. But the battle is far from over, and the full force of the alien army is still closing in. The crew and the creature must now make their final stand. The tension in the air is thick as the enemy forces close in for the final attack. The humans, battered and on the brink of defeat, have one last chance. Their only hope now lies in the alien creature's overwhelming power. With the creature standing beside them, they might just have a chance to win, but it will be a fight to the death. The final battle begins, and it is nothing short of explosive. The skies above the planet erupt with flashes of light as the human ship's orbital bombardment strikes the enemy from above. Each explosion lights up the sky while the alien creature fights on the ground, its power unmatched. The beast uses its telekinetic abilities to control the battlefield, sending enemies flying with just a thought, smashing through metal, and ripping apart robotic drones. The creature's raw strength and its mastery over its powers are put to the test, but it meets each challenge head-on. Meanwhile, the ship's AI offers strategic advice, helping the human crew launch their counteroffensive. The humans use their cloaking technology and advanced weaponry to turn the tide, taking out drones and alien soldiers one by one. But the creature is the true weapon of destruction. Its telekinetic bursts tear through the alien ranks, and its claws rip apart the most advanced enemy fighters. The humans, though injured and exhausted, rally around the creature, drawing strength from the beast's fierce loyalty and courage. The battle reaches its peak as the humans and the creature push back the alien forces. The skies above are filled with the sounds of exploding ships, while the ground shakes from the violent combat. The creature moves like a force of nature, its glowing eyes filled with rage and determination. It has found its place among the humans, and it will protect them at all costs. As the last of the alien soldiers are defeated, the creature stands victorious, its massive form towering over the battlefield. The remaining enemy forces, now scattered and broken, retreat, unable to match the fury of the creature's power and the humans' resolve. The victory is hard-earned, but the battle is finally over. The final emotional moment comes when the creature, now fully bonded with the humans, turns to protect Captain Jonathan. In a final act of loyalty, the creature shields the captain from an incoming alien strike, taking the brunt of the blast. The creature falls to the ground, severely injured but still alive. Captain Jonathan, who has fought beside the creature, rushes to its side. The bond between them is unbreakable. Two beings, once strangers, now united in battle and friendship. As the dust settles and the threat of the alien forces is gone, the humans stand victorious. The creature, who was once abandoned and left for dead, has now become a hero. The humans have not only saved an alien life, but they have gained a powerful ally in the battle against those who seek to destroy them. The final battle has been won, but the journey for the humans and the alien beast is just beginning. Together, they will face whatever challenges the universe has in store for them.